So I was on the Calley.com and they had an interesting post. It said, who had a bigger peak between Eminem and 50 Cent? Now, let me give you guys the breakdown. First of all, Eminem, I'm going to break down Eminem. He was one of the few artists that actually had two peaks. The Marshall Mathers LP was a monster. We talk about 25 million records sold. We talking Eminem show. He came out 2 years later. 27 million records sold. Then, along with him releasing the 8 Mile soundtrack and movie, Eminem was literally on the front of every magazine in the world. We talk about with controversies, censorship battles. He was a part of that scary aspect of music, along with Marilyn Manson, Kid Rock, Limp Bizkit, and all those guys that was at the time that was blamed for school shootings and being negative influence to every misfit kid in society. Now, Eminem, for the worst part, also had his worst impact because of he was played on rock stations that even play rap. He was able, because he was white, he flipped the cards. He flipped the cards to where he could benefit off of being white. You know what I'm saying? He was able to get in the certain doors that other black artists couldn't get into because he was white. Whereas within hip-hop culture, he still to this day have to fight for his props. But his whiteness, he's one of the few that actually flipped the cards and made it happen. Now, let's go to 50 Cent on the other hand. He revolutionized the mixtape blueprint in the early 2000s. He sold 10 million off the gate with Get Rich or Die Trying. The rollout to Get Rich or Die Trying was crazy. You had to be alive to experience, and I experienced both of them. Then 50 also had the G-Unit clothing, the G-Unit sneakers, G-Unit films. The whole album set a tone of what you say gave a birth to drill music. I remember Get Rich or Die Trying taking over the whole industry in the streets like a tsunami wave. You know what I mean? And not to mention, this nigga also brought beef and diss records back in the game. Where at the time, for several years, nobody was really trying to go back and forth with beef like that. 50 Cent said, man, nah, we going hands off. We going back. We bringing the battle diss records back. And man, P. Cutter, y'all don't know if y'all remember P. Cutter from Street Wars, but he ate real good off G-Unit. But definitely 50 Dead made a big impact as well. So who do you guys think had a bigger peak? Was it Eminem or was it 50 Cent? Let me know in the comments. I'm curious to hear what you guys got to say.